Haristuti Shloka 18. Brahma Vishnu Rudra Hutashau Ravichandrau Indro Vayur Yajna iti tham parikalpya ekam santam yam bahudhahur matibhedat tam samsara dhvanta vinasham harimide. The Anvaya and Padavibhaga together we'll see. Brahma Vishnuhu Rudraha Hutashaha Ravihi Chandraha Indraha Vayuhu Yajnaha iti itham parikalpya matibhedat ekam santam yam bahudha ahuhu tam samsara dhvanta vinasham harimide. Just the word to word meaning. Brahma is the creator of the universe. Vishnu, Lord as the sustainer of creation. Then Rudraha, the devourer of creation or the destroyer of creation. Hutashaha, the Lord in the form of fire. Ravihi, the Lord in the form of sun. Chandraha, the Lord in the form of moon. Indraha, the Lord in the form of ruler of the worlds. Vayuhu, the Lord who is in the form of air. Yajnaha, the Lord who is in the form of rituals. Iti itham parikalpya. Thus, in this way, superimposing the attributes on Brahman, matibhedat, because of differences in perception and understanding. Ekam santam yam bahudha ahuhu, that Brahman, though is only one, bahudha ahuhu is spoken of as so many forms. Tam samsara dhvanta vinasham harim ide, that Brahman who is known as Hari and is the destroyer of ignorance which causes samsara, unto him I offer my worship. Iti, this is the very simple meaning of the shloka. Now we will go into some detail. We saw that the one and only consciousness, that Brahman, the Chaitanyam, appears manifold in different names and forms because of Maya Shakti, the power of Maya. Now this whole expression of Ishvara, if you see, is in forms only, in the different names and forms. We see Ishvara being manifest. So, when everything in the whole universe is a manifestation of Ishvara, you can have natural phenomena as altars of worship. In other words, the total or the Samashti Bhagavan can be worshipped in a given manifestation as a given form of Devata, as a given form of deity. Now, according to this, there is a mantra in Shvetashvatara Upanishad which says Tadevagnis tadadityas tadvayus tadu chandramaha tadeva shukram tad brahma tadapas tad prajapatihi. The meaning is like this. In this mantram, the word tad, it points to Brahman. Tad implies Brahman. So what it says is, it is tad, that Brahman which is itself in the form of fire, tadeva agnihi. Then that same Brahman, tad adityaha, that is in the form of the sun. Tad vayuhu, that Brahman is in the form of air. Then tad uchandramaha, indeed it is that Brahman who is in the form of the moon. And then tadeva Shukram. Here Shukram means Jyotishmat. It is indeed that Brahman who is in the form of the stars, and all the luminaries can be included there. Then Tad Brahma. Tad Brahma means here it is that same Brahman who is in the form of the Veda. And then Tad Apaha. It is that Brahman who is in the form of Varuna Bhagavan. Here Apaha, though this word Apaha has the meaning of water, here it implies Varuna Bhagavan, the governing deity of waters. Then the mantra says Tat Prajapatihi. It is that Brahman who is in the form of the creator. Like this mantra shows that all the natural phenomena are the various devatas, the deities that we worship. So all these are manifestations of the same one Brahman, same being. Kaivalya Upanishad mantra presents these various deities in a given defined form and a name also. Ishvara is invoked in these forms. The mantra is Sa Brahma Sa Shiva Sendra Soksharaf Paramaswarat Sa Eva Vishnu Sa Prana Sa Kalognis Sa Chandrama. The meaning is Saha Brahma, he is Brahma. Saha Shiva, he is Shiva. Sendraha, he indeed is in the form of Indra. Saha Aksharaha, he is the imperishable. Then he is Paramaha Swarat, he is the supreme, and Swarat means Swayam Rajate, he is self-effulgent. Sahaeva Vishnu, he indeed is Lord Vishnu. And then Saha Pranaha, he indeed is the vital life force which is there in the human beings, in all the beings in fact. Whatever air, that life force that you see, that is indeed that same Brahman. Then Saha Kalaha, he is time itself. Here time itself means he is Yama Raja in the form of the devourer of everything in creation. That's the meaning here. When you take Kalaha, Saha Kalaha. Then Saha Agnihi, he is the fire principle. Saha Chandrama, and he is indeed in the form of the moon also. So you see, these mantras bring out the fact that it is the Eka Rupa Brahman, that one consciousness alone which is manifest in these various forms. That Vishnu, the all-pervading Brahman, is praised in this shloka in various forms. So this is the pattern of the shloka. So we'll see the meaning in some detail. So here the first word given is Brahma as the creator of the universe. So you see the detailed meaning will be Apanchikrita Bhuta Vyatirikta Sakala Jagat Srashta Brahma. It means the subtle elements which have not modified into the fivefold combinations. Apanchikrita Bhuta. There is a process called Panchikaranam. Panchikaranam means the five elements, they modify themselves by combining with each other. It's known as a fivefold combination. Vyatirikta is other than that is Sakala Jagat Srashta, the creator of the whole universe. In other words, the creator is not subject to such modification. He is also known as Hiranya Garbha. So the Atma of Hiranya Garbha is Brahma. This is how the creator is to be understood. Then Vishnu. That word is described as Sattva Sadhanakaha, Sattva Upadhikaha, Sakala Jagat Palakaha, Parameshwaraha. Now this word Sattva has many meanings. One such meaning is courage and valor. Vishnu is one in whom the quality of courage and skill is in absolute measure. One offers prayers and invokes Lord Vishnu to get courage. So then he is known as Sattva Sadhanakaha is Vishnu. Then as Vishnu, his Maya Upadhi consists predominantly of Sattva Guna. So then that is what accounts for the protecting aspect. So then Sattvopadhikaha is Vishnu. Then he is the sustainer of creation, Sakala Jagat Palakaha. And then he is the limitless Lord, superior to all the Devas. So then he is Parameshwaraha. So like this, the term Vishnu for the Lord is to be understood. Then the word Rudraha, the one in whom Tamo Guna predominates, and because of that he devours or withdraws the creation into himself at the time of Pralaya. Then Hutashaha, the ultimate receiver of all the offerings which are given in the fire rituals. So that is also Brahman only. Then Ravihi, the one who is in the form of the sun. Now the word Ravihi can be derived as Rasan Adatte iti Ravihi. It will mean the one who takes the rasa, means water, the one who takes the water. Water is taken from the ocean and it goes back to the ocean in the form of rain. As the sun, the Lord energizes the earth, takes the water and gives it back as rain, which is necessary for life. So, Ravihi implies the water cycle. Salty water from the ocean is taken and it is given back in a form which is drinkable, and the different forms of life can live. That's how the Lord sustains life. Then Chandraha, as the one in the form of the moon, the Lord alone nourishes the plants. Chandraha has a synonym Somaha, which means sap, S-A-P, sap. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Somo bhutva rasatmakaha. So he nourishes the plants with the nourishing sap by becoming Somaha. And then Indraha means the one who rules the worlds as a ruler. And then Vayuhu will mean the one who is in the form of the air and performing the function of purifying by blowing, by moving all the time without laziness. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Pavanaf Pavatamasmi. I am air among the purifying agents. Vayu is constantly moving. We know that it never stops. Because of this, plants, animals, human beings, all are able to live. Now, air exists not only as prana, but it also exists as that which creates the atmosphere. Because of that, life is possible. It has to go in and come out as prana, and it does this uniformly and continuously. Then we have Yajnaha, the one who exists as all the rituals. There are different kinds of yajna. Bhagavan alone is in the form of all the yajnas. Any form of prayer is a yajna. Doing one's duty, swadharma, with the attitude of surrender, Ishvara Arpana Buddhya, when swadharma is done, that is a yajna. Then if oblations are offered daily to the deities, devatas, it is deva yajna. Then when they are offered to the ancestors, it is pitru yajna. If food and other kind of help are offered to fellow human beings with the proper attitude, then it is manushya yajna. And when objects are offered to other living beings, it is bhuta yajna. Then study of shastra is jnana yajna. Teaching itself becomes a yajna on the part of the teacher, and study is a yajna on the part of the student. Then the daily recitation of the Veda is known as Swadhyaya Yajna. Then Japa, repetition of the names of the Lord, becomes Japa Yajna. Like this, various yajnas are there. Yajno vai Vishnuhu is a Vedic statement. If your daily duties are done with an attitude of surrender and awareness of Ishvara, then those daily duties become a yajna. Iti itham parikalpya, in this manner, superimposing many attributes on Brahman, matibhedat ekam santam yam bahudha ahuhu. Because of differences in thinking and in perception, matibhedat, the one and only all-pervading consciousness, ekam santam, yam, that Brahman, is spoken about in so many forms, bahudha ahuhu. Unto that Vishnu, Hari, I offer my prayer so that this darkness of ignorance, which is the cause of samsara, may be destroyed. Tam samsara dhvanta vinasham harim ide. Brahma Vishnu Rudra Hutashau Ravi Chandrau Indro Vayur Yajna iti tham parikalpya ekam santam yam bahudha mati bhedat tam samsara dhvanta vinasham harimide. Namaste.